park is very active at keeping anything invasive out. So if it's a bug, a plant, or an animal that doesn't belong here, somebody brought it in from the outside, the park very actively takes it out.
That's good.
Great colors up here today. Now that fire we talked about, that stuff you're looking down below you, that didn't burn up. The main part of Gatlinburg escaped the fire for the most part, but everything surrounding Gatlinburg and the hills up around it, that all burned up.
Just the homes.
I'm sorry, question?
How did it start?
Well, there were actually 3 different origins for that fire. And out in a national park, they tend to let fires burn. As part of the regenerative cycle of the forest, they let stuff burn. And they were watching these 3 fires for 2 days, and they're doing pretty much as expected. Problem came in on day 3.
Oh.
We had 80-mile-an-hour winds, took those 3 fires, blew them up into one huge fire, and blew that fireball right down through the valley where Gatlinburg sit. So 3 different fires, one of them up at Chimney Tops, which is a feature on the way up to the Gap. And that particular fire was started by teenagers playing with fireworks. Another one was started by a malfunctioning transformer. Third one was unknown origin, but there were 3 separate fires that combined to make that one big troublesome fire.
Does lightning can start a fire like that?
Lightning can start a fire like that, yes.
Especially if it hits a transformer.
Yeah. Some more kudzu on the left. Has anybody tried any of the mountain coasters? So the mountain coasters are kind of individualized roller coasters. You get your own sled, and you have a brake so you can control how fast you come down. And the reason I asked that right here, because if you look to my left over the guardrail, we have a bird's eye view of the Rowdy Bear mountain coaster. And you may or may not see cars running down there right now. We'll be in front of it later, but there it is from above. They're kind of fun. It's all gravity fed. The yellow building down below is Margaritaville. So there's one here. There's one down at the island in Pigeon Forge. And the other yellow building on the other side is the Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies, which reminds me of something else to brag about. We are the salamander capital of the world out here in the Smokies. Over 30 different species, 32, 34, depending on what source you're looking at. And they range in size anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch to 2.5 feet long and 5 pounds. That big guy, they call him a hellbender, and they have one there at the aquarium. That's what it always reminds me. Doing some good stuff.